Hi travelers, it's Tara here from Hidden Lotus Tarot, and I'm finally getting around to the air sign general reading for the month of October 2015. This is for the Gemini, Libra, and Aquarian people. I've already pre-shuffled the cards. I've been a little late in getting this done. Mercury goes into retrograde on the 17th, and already I am having a lot of electronic issues. My computer reboots itself. It does all kinds of strange stuff. Even my device, my handheld device, my phone has been acting really weird. So I want to go ahead and get this out while it appears things are working well. I've already pre-shuffled the cards. I'm going to shuffle a little more, and we're going to see what energies could possibly be coming in surrounding this eclipse for the month of October. All right, so let's get started. Air sign people for the month of October 2015. We already have a card that fell out. Show me Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius for October 2015. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and turn this card over. We have the Four of Wands. Let's split the deck into three. I'm going to go ahead and go with number 3, and let's see what the cards have to say. We're going to put that one in the center. It fell down. So we have the Four of Wands crossed by the Magician with the Page of Pentacles underneath, the Temperance card in the near past, the High Priestess in the crowning position, the Four of Swords. So there's our first air sign card right here. Well, actually, no, the Magician is also an air sign card. This is in the near future, 2 to 3 months. The World card in the Self position, the Four of Cups in the environment, the Ace of Swords in the hopes and fears, and the outcome is the Queen of Cups. All right, let's see what's on the bottom of this deck that I picked. We have the Three of Cups. Okay, let's take a look at what's going on here. Okay, I feel that for some of you air sign people out there, you're going through some type of situation having to do with your foundations. This could be a foundation in anything. It could be personal foundations, spiritual foundations. This card does have to do with home and hearth. So maybe there are some changes going on around your house or your family, things of that nature. The Magician has come to cross. So the Magician is our obstacle. And what this tells me is that there is some type of problem with manifestation. As you can see, the Magician there has a cup, a sword, a coin, and a wand on the table in front of him. He also has the Namaste, the infinity symbol over his head. And he's pointing up to the sky with the wand and one hand down below, which is as above, so below. So the Magician is a person who is able to use all of his tool and resources, and that means all of your tool and resources, in order to bring about magic. Really, that's what it's all about. It's about the art of manifestation. Now, the foundation and what's underwriting the reading is the Page of Pentacles. Now, of course, this is represents the Earth suit, and typically Pentacles have to do with finances. So perhaps that there is something new that has come to your attention. Perhaps there's a new job opportunity, some new type of financial opportunity, or it even could be that you're having some type of financial issues which are affecting the home. And you are having trouble manifesting, trying to figure out how you're going to bring this about. Maybe you need some money to do some things around your home. It could, revolve around your children. It could revolve around elderly parents. And you're trying to figure out what it is you're going to have to do. But this is an opportunity. I think it is already, I feel that it's already something that has been presented to you, and you're just quite not sure about it yet. It is a new energy. Now, coming up in the near past, in the, let's say 2 to 3 months ago, something occurred that has caused you to stop, excuse me, pause and reflect. I'm not sure if that was a thing that came up for air signs in the individual readings for the month of September. But right now, I feel that something has come up, and for the past, excuse me, 2 to 3 months, maybe sooner, you have been trying to find a way to heal yourself and your emotions. Excuse me. It's kind of weird. I kind of feel like with my voice going like that perhaps some of you have felt as though you have not had a voice. You haven't been able to speak up in this issue surrounding your home. It could also have to do with, of course, relationships. So maybe this is why you've taken the time out to try to put things into perspective. But to me, this card always assures that, excuse me, how weird is that? That you are on the right path in terms of your healing. Now, what is crowning the reading? One second, let me get some water. That's so weird. My voice just went like that. One second. What is crowning the reading is the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is all about inner knowings, intuition, psychic abilities, but she's also represented by the Moon card. And we do know that we've got a eclipse, a partial solar eclipse coming up on the 13th. So maybe this eclipse is going to bring something in. But what we need to remember about the High Priestess is that she hides her knowledge. It's not something that she shares with everyone. And eclipses do, when they come, tend to hide things. So if there's some move you're trying to make or some decision that you're trying to make, the advice is to use your intuition, because you may not have full clarity. This is kind of backed up for me by this Four of Swords. This is a time of rest and contemplation, of just trying to perhaps remove yourself in some way. It could be in maybe a spiritual way that you need to go, because there's a church window there in the background. That you need to really dig deep into your intuition and your spiritual resources, and really manifest this thing that you're needing to manifest, that you need to come forward with this eclipse. Right now, you have the World card in the Self position. So what this says to me is that you are pretty comfortable where you are and with the way things are. That's a great thing, but there's always some room for improvement. I'm a Virgo. I always think that there's always room for improvement. And because we have there on the card, we have the time of Taurus, the time of Leo. We're coming into the time of Scorpio here. And then once the time of Scorpio ends, it moves over to this angel. So perhaps whatever this thing is that is at the root of your situation that's going on right now will come to a culmination by the end of the year. We do need to remember that eclipses can last, the effects of an eclipse can last up to 6 months. And say, for instance, if this eclipse happens and it lasts 3 hours. It can last all the way out from 6 months to 3 years. It is only mostly around the time of and we have the 2 eclipses. We have one on the 13th, the partial solar eclipse that is happening. I think it's happening in the sign. Oh yeah, it's happening in Virgo, which is my sun sign. And then we have the total lunar eclipse, which is going to extend all the way back to the eclipses of March 20th. That is going to be running along in Aries. So we know that that's a fire sign that very well could be connected to this, because the wands do represent getting things done, a fire sign. So I feel that once the final eclipse comes, and yay, this will be the final eclipse and the final Mercury retrograde of 2015. So we can all take a little break. I hope there's no more whammies coming. I think right now there are like 9 planets sitting on one side of the astrological charts and 2 on the other side. So it's as if the universe has a spring loaded and it's about to unleash something upon us. So so even though you are feeling that everything is as it should be, the advice in the environment and the things going on around you, or perhaps the people around you, or what people think of the situation, it's another 4 card. And if you look at these, both of these cards are implying some type of rest, some type of contemplation, some type of tuning in to your inner self, healing your emotions. It could just be that whatever is being presented to you, you may not really be interested in it, or you just aren't sure about it. And there's nothing wrong with being unsure about something. It's always best to contemplate and take your time, not to rush. Your hopes and fears. This is the Ace of Swords. And this card is all about being able to cut through those things that no longer serve you. It is about gaining mental clarity. It is about removing your emotions from whatever is going on and trying to view things in a logical manner. As air signs, I think I have a Gemini moon, so I think that we are incredibly able, more so than the other elements, to really think things through from an objective standpoint. I'm not gonna lie, it can be difficult sometimes, but really it's a thought card. And if you have any type of negative emotional thoughts that are coming up, or negative thoughts that are coming up around emotional issues, this is the time now to kind of marshal your forces. As I was saying, marshal your forces and really tap into that intellect and think things through. The outcome is the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups represents the water sign, typically of Cancer. As you can see, I don't know if you can see that, her little cup that she has claws on it. But this could also represent any water sign. It could even represent you if you have some water within your chart. But it could represent Scorpio, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Okay? And the Queen of Cups is all about love. She's all about empathy. She's all about compassion. She's all about caring. So perhaps this spread has to do with something. There's a water sign person involved. This is a pretty decent card to have if you are having issues in your romantic life. But by the same token, if it's something that you're trying to manifest and bring about, because this can also be a spiritual gift. Somebody can this can be not just a financial gift, but a spiritual gift. And she is, the one warning that I have about the Queen of Cups is that she is highly, highly emotional, and she can be very emotionally manipulative. And so with the Ace of Swords coming underneath, whether this is a person or this is a situation, again, I would say to you, don't allow your emotions to get the best of you, okay? Sometimes, I know that's very difficult. I have a lot of water in my chart, and it's very difficult for me sometimes, but, I remember I've got that Gemini, and I switch it on and I do what I have to do. And when you do that, if you switch gears in the middle of something, you know, if involving other people, they may be like, whoa, what the hell? That just came out of left field. What the hell's going on? They're not going to understand it. Explain it as best as you can. If it's a situation where you don't feel you owe an explanation, then you don't owe an explanation. Simply do what you feel, do what you know to be the right thing. And once you know that it's the right thing for you, in thinking it through, using your intellect, your emotions are going to fall into play. So the overall, well, what came up behind this is the Three of Cups. And this is a card about celebrations. It is about friends, having a good time. So maybe something has come up. Maybe you've been offered a new job and eventually you decide that you're going to take it. You'll have something to celebrate. Maybe some of you might be becoming engaged, or somebody that you know might be getting married, in which case there is a celebration. So if you've been feeling kind of wonky and out of it because you're kind of like this, the cards say that you should indeed go out and at least have a good time and try to celebrate and show yourself a good time. Okay. Now, what came out on the bottom of the big deck, once I put the decks back together, is this card. All right. And this is the Seven of Wands. And the Seven of Wands is really a card, to me, it speaks to a lot of noise, a lot of distortion. So there's something that is surrounding this foundation card, where there's a lot of noise coming in, and perhaps you're not able to manifest what you need to manifest because there's so much going on externally that you're unable to clearly hear what's going on with yourself. So maybe you need to take this time coming up between the 13th of September and the 28th of September. I would move it all the way out until a few days, 3 days past October 9th, because Mercury goes into retrograde on the 17th. For you Geminis, Mercury rules Gemini. It is the planet of thoughts and actions. So I think you, probably more than any of the other air signs, are going to be feeling this strange energy. Mercury is quick, it's fast, it's all about fast movement. And he's represented by the Greek god with the wings on his shoes, so he moves quick. So perhaps there's going to be some news coming in about this, that's going to make you fall in love in whatever way that you fall in love, you know, with your job, with the person, with where you, maybe you might be moving. I don't see any moving cards here, but, you know, people, there are a lot of things, you know, very well could be, because there's the house card. Maybe you've been waiting on news about a mortgage coming through, or a house that has come up on the market, and, you know, it's going to come through and you're going to be celebrating. But the thing is that right now there's a lot of input from the environment. It could be a lot of other people trying to tell you what to do. It could be negative self-talk to yourself, different options that you have. Sevens do, to me, speak to conflict along with the fives. I don't see any fives in the reading, but there obviously is something that is preventing you from being able to manifest whatever this thing is that's going on. Now, what I'm going to do, this card says to persevere, defend what you feel is right for you, and don't allow any others to make decisions or to keep you from the path that you are choosing for yourself. Now, I want to move these cards around and see if there's any other message that I can get out of this, because this is kind of a mild reading. I mean, not mild, but in the sense that there were no big negative cards that have come out. All right, let me see here. I'm going to put these two cards back up near the top. Now, right in the center of the reading, here, there's that offer. See that? And there you are contemplating it and thinking about it. Okay? So it does indeed, again, something to do with your foundations, maybe a home move, maybe somebody, something going on around the home. And again, there you are pausing and reflecting over it. Yes? But the message is, with the Magician and the World card, is that you can indeed manifest this. Okay? And whenever I see the World card, to me this symbolizes something that's for your highest good. So really, whatever this is for you air signs out there, you Gemini, Libras, and Aquarius, work on your manifestation skills. The September 13th eclipse is also a new moon. So if you know anything about making new moon intentions, eclipses are 3 times more powerful than regular new moons when they occur. So you can really set your intentions and put them out to the universe. Make sure you state them in a positive manner. And once you do that, let go and let the universe take over. Okay? Don't stand in your own way. And don't allow anybody else to tell you anything either. Now, this combination of cards tells me that, as I said, that you are on the right path and allowing your emotions to heal. This is, since it's on the right side now, this is not something that you're still going to have to do. I feel that this is why these resting cards have lined up the way that they have. So, you know, not to make any false moves, but I think that you will end up, indeed, figuring out what it is that you have to do. Now, the odd thing that I'm getting is there is some truth in that, right? There is some truth in that card. But the odd thing is that we have this mental clarity, and at the top of this, on right next to it, falls this moon card. So, you know, you're saying, well, Tara, how can I use my intellect and my intuition? Well, yeah, you can do both. But I would advise that you formulate this plan and then use your intuition about it, okay? And there will be some emotions involved in this. So I think the key is to remain balanced. You see that she is sitting between the two Boaz and Yochum, which are like, I think, stand for the beginning and the end, and endings and beginnings. And yes, eclipses are an opportunity. An old cycle ends and a new cycle begins. So, you know, if you're wanting to quit smoking or lose weight or get rid of an ugly ex or, you know, something like that, you want to change professions, set those intentions and put them forth into the universe, but remain balanced about it. Try not to obsess over it so much. And this could be about obsession, obsessive thoughts. That's how it's reading now. So, let me see what else I can come up with. Now, for some of you, this could have to do with 3 people being in a relationship. We only have 2 court cards. Yes, this is a water sign and an earth sign. But we also have another card with 2 single ladies on it. So it could be that some of you male air signs are dealing with perhaps more than one female in an issue. Again, that's kind of backed up by this 3. Wherever you are now, as I say, you are pretty comfortable, but a new element has come in. and some type of news about what the truth of the situation is coming. But really, really, really tap into your intuition. Really tap into it. It's going to be, I feel, difficult because we do have, with Mercury retrograde, a lot of things are missing. You're in, you know, again, the eclipse. This is going to be, I think, rather difficult. I think things are going to be happening for everybody. I really expect strange things to occur. I know that, you know, I talked about it before. The eclipse back in March 20th was the strangest 6 months I've ever experienced in my life. I have no clue. My cards that I've been doing for myself show me that something's coming, and I don't know what it is. I've been trying to figure it out, and I don't have the clarity. My intuition is just not, for myself, is not, I don't know. It's just weird. So it's kind of cool because it's like I'm being an observer and I'm watching all of this stuff happen. Um, I'm a little nervous. I will not lie to you guys. I'm a little nervous about what's coming for me. I don't feel as though it is anything negative. It may, you know, something may occur that I really, you know, don't like the fact that it occurred, but I'm trusting that it's going to, in the end, work out for my best and be for my highest good. But I'm really nervous. Not afraid, just nervous. So something's going to occur for you. I think it's going to, it's not a tower. I don't see a tower situation. There's no 8 of Swords, 9 of Swords, 10 of Swords. So, you know, this reading kind of has the flavor of, what do you call that? The 9 of Wands. And that's the card with the guy who's standing on, with the one wand. He's got his head bandaged, and he's kind of on the defense. And that's kind of the way I feel. I'm on the defense. Like I know something's coming. But the warning with that card is don't have your defenses up so high that that you're going to block really what's coming in, because it could really be something unexpected. It could really be something great. So don't assume that you're going to know how the situation's going to play out. You're going to be required to, you know, rest, heal, contemplate, and use your emotions to just kind of go with the flow. That is really the message that I'm getting here. And that's never a bad thing. As a matter of fact, I probably won't be up doing any videos for the next 2 or 3 weeks or so. That's why I got the October video out early. I will probably come back and do maybe a couple of spontaneous readings. But in terms of anything personal, I'm going to be taking a break right now because something is coming for me. I hope it's something good so I can come back and tell you guys about it. Let's see. Now, this isn't odd. Look at this. The rest and contemplation with the manifestation, with the rest and contemplation. Huh? That's, hold on, because I'm getting something. Look, rest and contemplation, manifestation, rest and contemplation, healing, and then this being like the Queen. This card represents Mercury as well. Okay, it's an air sign. So to me, indeed, with this card falling in between the two rest and contemplation cards, this is our September 17th, Mercury going retrograde. Use this time in between the two eclipses, here and here, to manifest. It's not a time to move, it's a time to manifest. And to really focus and hone in and concentrate on healing those issues and working on those things that you're having trouble with. whatever those things could be. You know, if you are lacking in self-confidence, you know, or you're feeling unloved or unwanted, or someone is making you feel confused in your life, contemplate on that and manifest what you want the outcome to be. We have this card here underneath this 3. Again, this is all about an air sign or someone who is adopting this particular stance of someone who's difficult, perhaps emotionally distant, who's just kind of sitting around watching whatever's going on, and you can't get a read. And I'm feeling this as an energy, something that you can't get a read on right now. So perhaps this is the attitude you should adopt. Be objective. Even though I think this king is like that, I also think he's capable of some compassion. And I say that because, for Christ's sakes, he's got butterflies on his crown, on his throne there. See that? It's got butterflies. So he's not all bad. And what I found underneath this card is this card. So I do feel as though something is coming, people. Just be prepared for it. Eclipses do wild things. It hides things. With Mercury going retrograde, there's going to be blocked communications, lost emails, lost text messages, phones not working right, things getting lost in the mail, vehicles not acting right, small appliances, TVs, things of this nature. It's coming. So try to hang on to yourself. If nothing else, for the air signs, it should be most interesting. I don't see anything negative coming out of this. Let me take a shamanic oracle dream card to try to wrap this reading up. I'm really pleased about this reading. The 2 cards that stand out the most for me are these 2, the Magician and the World card. I think whatever it is you wish to manifest, you're going to be able to manifest it. It's going to take patience, timing, deep self-reflection, analyzing, and honing in on your intuition. You know, no sudden moves. No sudden moves. Now let's see what the Dream Oracle has to say here. Hopefully it can give us a little bit more advice. Aha. The Ancestor of Hope. I don't know if you can see that. It's supposed to, like, can you see that? The Ancestor of Hope. That's what it says. So let's see what this ancestor, and I love that. This is a horse. These cards are depictions of the cave drawings in France that are hundreds of thousands of years old, and which speaks to the testament of the human spirit even way back then. So let me find my book. I think I put it back in there. But this to me speaks of movement. Horses are about transportation and moving. So I do feel that this energy coming in is going to, once it's all said and done, if you've been feeling stuck in any areas, again, you know, here we have these, this can imply feeling stuck as well, not knowing what to do. With the energy of Mercury and the Magician coming in, and this card, and the Ancestor of Hope guiding us through this, I think we're going to be able to move. And whatever this is, okay, and I do feel it's going to be something positive. Don't nobody come back and be mad at me if something, because this is the general reading. So, you know, remember, wherever you are, It's been your choices that have led you up to this point. So hopefully we can, you know, maybe sidestep a little karma and have some good things happen to us. Okay, one of the hundreds of horses painted on the cave walls, this image embodies the vital energy typical of that species. It represents hope, the essential driving force that carries us forward, as the horse itself has done throughout the ages in times of darkness and despair. It is when we feel farthest from hope that we need it most. And this is when the ancestor of hope holds out to us a light in the most shadowy places. I don't know if you can see that, but his whole chest is lit up. Look at that. He's shining forth his light. That's the hope that he has, no matter what the situation. And you got to remember, these caves, they were dark, and these people went in with just whatever their raw plant materials, and somebody made these paintings. They drew them. That alone is an inspiration of hope, you know, living in those times when no electricity, no fire. Well, maybe they had fire. They had to have fire to be able to see, right? But anyway, okay. So it says, it is this time when the ancestor of hope holds out to us a light in the most shadowy places. Its flame transcends both fear and longing, offering instead a deep understanding of our inner destiny that will lift and carry us when we need it the most. Okay? And really, to me, that signifies this card. The key words are hope in the darkest hour. This is what you could be feeling right now. Support and generosity. Okay. The ability to see beyond trials. Remember, there's that intuition there we got going on. The strength to seek a positive outcome. Again, that's this card. And the energy to move us forward. Manifest it, baby. Manifest it. There it is. So here is the message with the card. I am the ancestor of hope. I bring light into the darkest places and offer strength and support in times of greatest need. Whoever walks with me at their side is able to draw upon the deep well of enduring hopefulness, which overflows with the wisdom of understanding and acceptance, and offers the cure for all sorrows. Look ahead, and you will see the triumph that you seek. Do not look back, for there lies only the lost moments of your life. Wow, that is a really great message. I needed to hear that myself. Look ahead and you will see the triumph that you seek. Whoever walks with me at their side is able to draw upon the deep well of enduring hopefulness. I was going to say, I had to go back and read through it because I was going to say, you know, life without hope is really a very cruel thing. And maybe that's what this is. People are telling you that whatever your idea or your dream is, it's a pipe dream. You know, you living in a fantasy world, or what you're saying is crazy. It don't make no sense. You can't do that. Don't listen. And really, even if it doesn't work out the way that you think or you hoped it would work out, you know what I'm saying? You're going to still come out with way more than you had before you went into it. And you're going to learn some things about yourself. Yes. And there is some truth in that. All right. That's what I have for you today. I will see you sometime here between the eclipses. And I wish you really, for this energy coming in, it's not, I don't see anything negative, but just know if something doesn't go the way that it should, or that you expect, or that you want, remember this too. Whenever you hope for things or you wish for things, the way I look at it is, if it's meant for you and for your highest good, the universe will grant it to you. If it's not something that comes to fruition, then perhaps you need to rethink it, contemplate that maybe that's really not what's best for you. And that's the message that I have for you guys. So really, Hang tight. Let's keep our eyes and ears open. Let's not put an indetermination on something if we're waiting on something, how it's going to end. Let's try to remain open, but be like the magician and use all of our faculties in order to work through whatever it is that's coming for us, okay? So until then, thank you so much, travelers, and namaste.